योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्ताम् सञ्जीवयत्य किल शक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्. In the 19th and 20th verses, which we have to start from 19th today, having said the signs of the gunas and where will we go when which guna is operational, all those things having seen clearly, the path of liberation are told in the verses 19th and 20th. So, what is that? नान्यं गुणेभ्यः कर्तारं यदा द्रष्टानुपश्यति गुणेभ्यश्च परं वेत्ति मद्भावं सोऽधिगच्छति. नान्यं गुणेभ्यः कर्तारं यदा द्रष्टानुपश्यति गुणेभ्यश्च परं वेत्ति मद्भावं सोऽधिगच्छति. Yada drashta, when the seer, drashta, the seer, in me, that is me, drashta, the seer, yada, when, gunebhyaha na anyam kartaram anupashyati. Gunebhyaha na anyam kartaram anupashyati. Ya, gunebhyaha anyam kartaram na anupashyati. When the seer sees there is no doer in me other than the gunas. First point. So, these gunas are only influencing the thought currents in me, and these gunas only propel, initiate, push the thoughts into the outer world, or directions are given by the gunas, three gunas. Who is the doer actually in me? Gunas. Because why are we suffering in life? Because of karma only. Because of extrovertedness, bahirmukhatvam, we are missing the self, the core in our heart. The vasana pressure, as Puja Gurudev calls it, seeds the Maya. And the three influences, sattva, rajas, tamas, three clouds, three climatic conditions, which we spoke in the beginning of this chapter, they are the ones actually doing all actions. If I replace, for example, the vasanas, then according to the replaced vasanas, the thought structure will change. The gunas will change. In the sense, gunas are expressions of vasanas. Through gunas, the vasanas are expressing. So these sattva, rajas, tamo gunas are actually the doers, the doer in me, the gunas. And when I see the real doer in me is not me, the higher self, the self in me, only witnessing, it cannot act. It is Nishkriya Atma. All the properties are attributed to the instrument, but not the electricity. In the electricity, there is no heat, there is no light, There is no movement like in fan. So in the consciousness, it is nishkriya, actionless. So I am influenced, these gunas alone work in the world outside. When I become too subtle to understand this and observe how these gunas are prompting me to act, and how under the influence of gunas I am acting in the world and suffering the consequences of the extrovertedness. Whatever the result we get from the outer world, good or bad, ultimately leading me to greater and greater discomfort only. Even the good, because the action dies away, the fruit of action dies in time. Again, the gunas prompt me to procure, to get a similar kind or the same joy to be repeated, or a better joy, better object. So, thus, I am actually caught up in the web of thought pool, cesspool of thoughts, ideas, notions, and they are actually driving me moment to moment. Same thought was said in Bhagavad by Bhagavan in third chapter, and also in other chapter, 13th chapter also we saw. Prakritehe kriyamanaani gunaihi karmani sarvashah. Prakriti in me is doing. Prakriti, Trigunatmika Maya. Sattva, Rajas, Tamo gunas. They are prompting me. Ahankar vimodhatma karta hamit manyate. The katrutva and bhoktrutva bhava is superimposed on me. And because of that identification and superimposition, I suffer the consequences of that. It is as stupid as saying, one says that instead of saying my car got punctured, I say I got punctured. It's laughable. So, first and foremost, these gunas, which are nothing but distinct moods and temperaments, climates are created and they push me into the world. They are the ones who are acting. The karta, bhokta, the real doer is the gunas. So, what is gunas? Is nothing but ego. But the ego, if you look into ego, it is nothing but sattvajas, tamo gunas, maya, caught up that I, sense of I-ness, caught up in the midst of this ego or the thoughts or the gunas, sorry. So, yada drashta, the seer sees that, oh, in me, the restlessness or the calmness or laziness, heedlessness, all these are erupting and pushing me into the world. They are done by gunas and not by me. Yada, when I see, immediately I get a clue. A small window opens there. So, first, the gunas are acting, they are the doer, not me. Then gunebhyascha param vetti, and knows that Paramatma, him in me, that is my own essential higher self. Actionless Atman I am. Gunebhyascha param vetti. One who knows that which is beyond the gunas. Beyond the gunas is me. Then madbhavam saha adhigacchati. He attains my being. He attains to my state, my being. Now, where are we actually? As it's like the train is moving, I am in the train, I am motionless, I am not moving. Because I am clouded or journeying or seated in the train moves, and I feel I am also moving. So I am caught up now, seated in the midst of Prakriti. Purushaha Prakritasto hi bhungte Prakritijan gunan. 13th chapter. Seated in Prakriti, the individual is experiencing the Prakritijan gunan, Sattva-rajas tamo gunas, born out of Prakriti, which are out of Prakriti, they are born. I'm experiencing all the moods and the subsequent actions, then the results of it. Where am I seated? Seated in Prakriti. Like seated in the train. Definitely, when I sit on the giant wheel, the giant wheel goes up and down. Though I am seated, but because of my identification with the giant wheel's movement, I get scared, I'm uncomfortable, I scream in, it's a Rajasic Sukham. There's a fear, there's a pain. To subside that, I scream. I say I'm enjoying it. So therefore, train is moving, not me. When I get down of the train and watch from the platform, the train is moving, not me. So getting down or coming out of the Prakriti, not getting caught up or crushed by the gunas, non-identification with them, discovering I am separate from it, I am witnessing. Without me, the gunas cannot play. In my presence only, the gunas are playing. But I am witnessing it. Like Ekam Ravi, Krusnam Jagat Prakashayati. One sun is illumining the whole Kshetra. Similarly, I am illumining the entire field of my emotions, thoughts. For this, exclusive practice is required. That exclusive practice is done only on the seat of meditation, where I set a separate time for it. Exclusively practicing the witness, coming out of that, getting down of the train. So first step is understand. Therefore, one of the important point for a spiritual seeker is not calling oneself as Mahapapi. As long as I'm identified with the gunas are torturing me. I'm riding over the gunas. But when I really, in essence, I am actionless spirit, I am eternal, pure. So when I know this first step and then discover the higher in me, so renouncing my attachment or identification with the Prakriti or the gunas and discovering I am that actionless spirit, eternal witness I am, unaffected by them. Then I attain the divine status. I attain that divinity. God, Bhagavan Krishna says, he attains my being. He attains me. So these two steps are told. Exclusive. So witness them. Having witness attitude is very important. Practice it. Then 20th verse is also the step to realization. गुणानेतान् अतीत्यत्रीन् देहि देहसमुद्भवान् जन्म मृत्युजरा दुःखैः विमुक्तोऽमृतमश्नुते गुणानेतानतीत्यत्रीन् देहि देहसमुद्भवान् जन्म मृत्युजरा दुःखैः विमुक्तोऽमृतमश्नुते. Dehi, the embodied one, etan trin gunan atitya, having gone beyond the three gunas. What is that? Deha samudbhavan, because out of these gunas only, the aggregate of the body has come out, emerged out. So gunas, when take a shape, physical shape, projected onto the physical plane, it is my body and the aggregate. So the sattvic, tamas, sattva, tamas, rajas, tamo gunas are acting on the body also, meaning their bodies evolved from the gunas only. Therefore, in Ayurveda, we talk about Prakriti. Every cell is either Tamoguna or Sattvaguna or Rajoguna. There are Rajoguna, Sattvaguna, Tamoguna. So these aspects are seen in the body also. Therefore, Deha Samudbhavan. So these gunas, which are the origin of the body, which are the seeds for the birth of the body, that is gunas. Gunas are the seeds for the birth of the body. So, Deha Samudbhavan Etan Treen Gunan Atitya. The three gunas from which the body is evolved. So, having crossed or having gone beyond the three gunas, Traigunya Vishaya Vedaha Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. There, second chapter, Bhagavan said, Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. Anyatra Dharmat, Anyatra Dharmat. So I am that beyond dharma, adharma, three gunas, nistraigunya bhava Arjuna. A Arjuna become nistraigunya, one who is one beyond the gunas. Be there. So therefore, janma mrityu jara dukkhahi vimuktaha. He becomes freed from janma mrityu jara. Birth, death, and between old age. This transformation. The change is hammering us moment to moment. Identified with the change is really hammering us. Every strike of the hammer of change on me, the mind, body, it is being constant. Therefore, body is being dented or changed moment to moment. Mind is changing. So, that is a janma birth I take. I go through death, physical birth, and old age in between. And moment to moment, I take birth. Moment to moment, the thoughts are dying. Moment to moment, thoughts are created. So this change which is happening, sometimes pleasant thought, sometimes unpleasant thought. So consequent, I mean, consistently, I have been exposed to these gunas, and I'm suffering. So how do we go beyond atitya? Because the rod just hanged, small rod, and somewhere some parrot came and landed on that. Because the pressure of that landing of the parrot on that rod started rotating. When the rod started rotating, the parrot got scared that he may fall. So with fear, he was holding on, clutching on to, clasping to the rod tightly. And the rod is supposed rotating. Or there is some kind of electrical something movement, mechanical, so small rotating, and that landed upon that. Then it just goes back because when I hold on, I go bend, I fall down. In fact, who is the bird? Which can fly. There is no fall for the bird. Because of identification with the changing rod, the one who is absolutely free has no connection with the rod of whatsoever. The bird which cannot have the fear of fall, which can fly easily in air, in space, suddenly got scared of falling down. And that bird with the courage, it comes out, leaves the rod and sits perched upon a branch of the tree, totally relieved. So as long as I'm seated in the body, identified with the change, I'm suffering. Once I discover I am that actionless spirit I am inside, the change no more affects me. So when I go beyond the gunas, change is there in the gunas, in the realm of gunas, and the body is nothing but the manifestation of this gunas only. And therefore, what is happening? Because of this, everything when I understand the gunas are also manifestation of this. I mean, the body also manifestation of this gunas only, change. When I relieved myself or ejected out of the change and observing, I am no more affected by the change. See, as with the stoppage of the wind, when the wind is there, heavy wind, so waves are created. Suppose example, there's a small tub of water or a small lake or pond, and heavy wind is blowing. Because of the wind touching surface of the water, there are small ripples and waves or rising. Water is oscillating or disturbed. When the wind stops, these waves become one with the ocean, one with the lake. No more, well, the lake becomes still. Similarly, when I lose or drop the body consciousness, identification of the body, in deep meditations, I withdraw from body, mind, intellect, I withdraw and I discover, oh, I am the changeless eternal spirit. Then the so called embodied one becomes one with the total consciousness, awakens to the new dimension of consciousness. In the rainy season, the clouds are seen. End of the rainy season in summer, when the rainy season ends, no clouds, all clouds are dissolved in sky only, in space. So then I withdraw from my identification with it. The changing matter will dance for some time, but it no more affects me. The body part of the body also falls off. There is nothing for mind to vibrate, unnecessarily vibration, agitating, oscillating, all stops. No desires, no vasanas. So mind also becomes still. Think. Therefore, etan trin gunan, deha samudvavan teen gunan etan atitya dehi vimuktaha. From where janma mrityu jara dukkaihi vimugi is liberated from the sorrows of the birth, death, and old age, etc. Then he becomes what? Amrutam ashnute. He attains Amrutam. Amrutam, immortality. I am the changeless, eternal spirit, blissful. I attain that. So these are the two techniques, two methods. There's no other way. For which they, to create that kind of environment, agitate to reduce the agitations of the mind, you may that to for that portion, for that section where to reduce the agitations of the mind, you may follow any path. All yogas are meant for chitta vritti nirodha. Bhagavan Ramaharshi says, Yoga chitta vritti nirodha, the sutra of the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Atha Yoga Anushasanam, Yoga chitta vritti nirodha, second sutra, is common for all yogas. Ultimately, whether you follow this path or that path, the idea is to reduce the mind's agitations, make mind peaceful and calm. When the mind is peaceful and calm, then I can discover, because I'm not disturbed by the agitations of the mind, then I can focus uninterruptedly who I am. I can focus on that consciousness illumining principle. One day that comes clearly on the forefront. That occupies, that envelope, that embraces, that supersedes everything, other consciousnesses. I'm conscious of body. This body conscious superseded by spirit. I am that eternal spirit. Now, Arjuna asked a question in 21st verse. Arjuna Vacha कैर्लिङ्गैस्त्रीन् गुणानेतान् अतीतो भवति प्रभो किमाचारः कथं चैतान् त्रिगुणान् अतिवर्तते त्रीन् गुणान् अतिवर्तते अर्जुन उवाच कैर्लिङ्गैस्त्रीन् गुणान् एतान् अतीतो भवति प्रभो किमाचारः कथं चैतान् त्रीन् गुणान् अतिवर्तते. Now, three questions are asked in this question by Arjuna. Three questions. They are similar to questions of Arjuna in the second chapter, Sthita Prajnasya ka bhasha samadhistasya keshava sthitadi kim prabhasheta kim asita vrajeta kim. That's how a man of realization moves in the world, that he asked. Now he's asking, what are the marks? Kaihi lingaihi त्रीन् गुणान् एतान् त्रीन् गुणान् अतीतः भवति. Gunan atitah. The one who had crossed all these three gunas, what are the distinguishing marks of that person? Signs of the person, marks of the person, with which we can easily notice, identify. Or inner experience also. What is the praman? That I have transcended my gunas. Kaihi lingaihi. So, what are the marks of the person who had crossed the three gunas? O Lord, Prabhu. Then, second question is, what are the marks of the one who had crossed gunas? First question. Kim acharaha? What is his conduct? Kim asita vrajeta kim? Here, kim acharaha? What is his conduct in the world outside? One who had crossed the three gunas. Plus, khatam cha etan treen gunan ativartate. And how does he go beyond these three gunas? Etan gunan katham ativartate. Treen gunan katham ativartate. How does he go beyond the three gunas? So three questions are asked. Now please listen carefully. Kairlingan streen gunan etan adito bhavati. First question, what are the marks of him who had crossed the three gunas, this answer is given in the verse 22nd. So for that question, answer is 22nd verse. Kim acharaha? What is his conduct? One who had crossed beyond the guna, one who had crossed the gunas, one who had gone beyond three gunas, what is his conduct in the world outside? This is given in the verse number 23, 24, and 25. These three verses speak about the man or a person who had gone beyond three gunas. Three verses he told. Bhagavan Krishna answered 23, 24, 25. Katham chayetan trin gunanati vartate. How does he go beyond these three gunas? These two are this question is answered in the Shloka numbers 26 and 27. So 21st is a question, three questions. What are the marks of the one who had gone beyond gunas? Answer 22nd. What is his conduct? Answer is given in 23rd, 24th, and 25th verses. How does he transcend or how does he go beyond these three gunas? Answer is given in 26 and 27 verses. Okay. Now we will see the answer for the first one. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Prakasham cha pravrittim cha mohameva cha pandava nadveshti sampravruttani nanivruttani kankshati. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Prakasham cha pravrittim cha mohameva cha pandava nadveshti sampravruttani nanivruttani kankshati. Think. These are very beautiful. The same thoughts, Bhagavan. What happens from the standpoint of the one who had transcended his gunas, not from the standpoint of the onlookers. Onlookers do not know. You don't know how much my mind is either ugly or beautiful or serene and calm or disturbed. What kind of gunas are creating havoc in me or plus creating a pleasant feeling? What kind of gunas arise in me and they subside? You cannot know it. Similarly, I cannot know what is happening, what kind of tsunamis are created in your mind. I don't know. So, यदि मैं जानना चाहता हूं कि मैं यदि इन गुणों से परे मैं पहुंच गया हूं या नहीं, यदि मैं इन गुणों से तीन गुणों के ऊपर उठ गया हूं, तो कैसे मुझे पता चलता है? And what are the qualities of a man who had transcended, marks of the man who had transcended the three gunas? Now, first we'll see the meaning of Shloka, then we can see some of the examples. First one, Prakasham cha pravrittim cha mohameva cha pandava. Prakasham, light. Pravritti, extrovertedness, activity. Moha, delusion. So what is the prakasha? Light is a quality of sattva guna. And what is pravritti? The quality of rajoguna. What is moha or delusion? Quality of tamoguna. So that we saw sattva-guna, clear, clarity, perceptions are very clear, understanding is perfect, etc. There won't be any errors in judgment. I know what is it. Clear perception. Awakened man. Sattvic, one whose mind is influenced by sattva. Sattva is predominant. Light, clear, clarity. Our activity, disturbance, restlessness, rajoguna. Heedlessness, not listening, not taking care, and everything is tamoguna. Carelessness. So when these three are rising, that means when sattva-guna, rajoguna, tamoguna, their effects, when they are present in me, in that awakened man, in one, O Pandava, na dveshti sampravruttani, na nivruttani kankshati. Now, when these rise in him, in his mind, in his anthakarana, when they rise, na dveshti, he doesn't hate. First step. Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna rising. He doesn't hate them. They rise. Oh, but why this is rising in me? Why this thought is coming? He is not bothered. Eruption of these three moods. When they arise, I don't have to hate and I don't hate. That is the quality of a Mahatma. No justification, no effort, no hating, no running away, no not supporting. In short, it doesn't give any value to it. When do we hate or like or love or hate? Only when we give importance or value to that person or object or situation or circumstance. When I don't give any value to it. Neither I hate nor I love. Nor I withdraw. They exist, let them exist. I don't have to hate. So any kind of gunas when they rise, thoughts rise. A man of wisdom or who had gone beyond the gunas, he is not like a stone. His mind is dynamic, active. Maybe in the vicinity of that, so many thought flows are there. They enter into his. The gunas also rise in him, but he doesn't hate. I hate myself. I don't know why this thought has come to me. This has been bothering me, and because of my identification with it, and I give value to it. When I am not the guna, and when I am totally detached or disconnected from the gunas, I am at a completely different from these three gunas. Why should I hate or love? These are dropped. Nadvesti sampravrittar. When these appear, when all the effects of the gunas occur in their own appropriate ways, according to one's own vasanas, pravrittani, nadvesti, no hatred. No support also. And then, na nivrittani kankshati, nor he longs for them when absent. When they are absent, he never longs them. Oh, I want that mood. You know, people desire, no? That kind of a serene, calm. ओहो बहुत मजा आया कितना अच्छा लगा मुझे ऐसा ऐसा अनुभव कभी हुआ नहीं मानसिक स्थिति है ये when that moods have gone serene comfortable moods have gone Someone says also, I want to hate, but somehow that hatred, गुस्सा तो नहीं आ रहा है, आना चाहता हूं मैं, गुस्सा मुझे, I want to be angry with you, but anger is not rising in me right now. Some people say that. When pleasant or things that recede, they disappear, they go. I don't long for them when they become absent. When they are there, I don't hate them. I don't love them. I have no fascination for them. Because they are not me. Completely, they are different from me. So, example, just as mm, sun is not concerned whether it is morning, noon, or night. Is sun bothered about it? Sun is sun. This morning, afternoon, evening, then night, these are all our language on earth or any other planet. In the sun, there is no morning, no noon, no evening, no night. Sun is not bothered, not concerned at all. अभी रात हो गई या दो सुबह हो गए, this they are bothering us. Sun is not concerned. Think. So similarly, this man who has awakened does not pay any attention to the gunas. No attention is paid to the gunas. And another example is, does the sea require rain to make it full? These are all examples of great Mahatma Jnaneshwari, something Jnaneshwara. Says, does ocean need rain to make it full? Does ocean wait for the rain to happen on the ocean so that ocean feels happy? Ocean is never bothered. Whether rains or no rain, absolutely nothing. No way concerned. I am that ocean of consciousness. But this my ocean of consciousness, there are no waves in it, which is very still, blissful. I am full. Whether gunas are present or absent, it doesn't make anything to me. It doesn't mean anything to me. Think. Or, when the white clouds are there in the sky, or dark clouds are there, that is tamas. White clouds, white clouds are the patches. Sattva guna clouds, sattva. Dark clouds, or when thunders, sounds are created, lightning and thunders, rajoguna. When all these three are present, in what way the sun is concerned? Sun is unperturbed, undisturbed. White clouds, dark clouds, or mixture of these things, or thunders, or lightning, or rain, or no rain. I am. I say sun is sun, just peaceful, blissful, shining in his own glory. So this sloka stand from the standpoint of the man who had awakened. So he knows he is like that from inside. So in one sense, equanimity is the essence of perfection, as Puja Gurudev says in his commentary. And a man of knowledge is ever in perfect balance. His balance is not disturbed because of either the presence or absence of the gunas. Now, 23, 24, 25. Kimacharaha. What is his conduct in the world outside? The one who had gone beyond the gunas, what is his conduct in the world outside? उदासीन वदासीनो गुणैर्यो न विचाल्यते गुणा वर्तन्त इत्येव योऽवतिष्ठति नेङ्गते उदासीन वदासीनो गुणैर्यो न विचाल्यते गुणा वर्तन्त इत्येव योऽवतिष्ठति नेङ्गते उदासीनवत् आसीनः उदासीनवत् like one who is udasina. Udasina means uttasinaha, not Hindi udasin. Always remember, every language is हिंदी में उदासीन क्यों इतना उदासीन हो माने indifferent, dull, non committed, commitment is not there, suffering, morose, sitting in a corner, lack of inspiration, not that udasin. Hindi ka udasin uttasin ha, what is risen above? You know, we talk about the eagle has such a beautiful quality, divine grace, blessings on that animal, the huge bird eagle. Whenever there is a thunderous rains and then clouds and lightning and disturbances in the atmosphere, eagle has that capacity to go rise beyond the clouds and fly alone. And as long as he wants, he can just remain in sky, undisturbed, unperturbed. Whenever there is some kind of disturbance, the eagle need not suffer. Running for a shelter, trying to perch upon a tree, getting wet and in fear, all that, nothing. Eagle just goes beyond the clouds and then just, there are no clouds, no thunders. That's called udasin. Here, Udasinavat means what? He is really has soft emotion. The man who has gone beyond the gunas, he is not a heartless person. He has love, kindness, compassion, but he acts as though he is, unconcerned. Inside he is, of course, he knows. Udasinavat, like one unconcerned. Unconcerned, this is a relationship between that person and the world outside. He does, but he has no expectations, no hopes. Hoping for recognition, a pat, like Puja Gurudev. Gurudev worked always throughout his life. When I say Puja Gurudev, Swami Chinmayananji Maharaj, he worked from this dimension of consciousness. He never bothered whether people support him, criticize him. He had a goal to achieve. He had a direction set for himself in this life. Rishi Seva, Puja Gurudev. He awakened to the truth by the grace of Tapon Maharaj. Whether you follow him, accept him, reject him. One incident I'll just want to share with you all about Puja Gurudev. It was in 1986. 86. Gurudev gave lectures on Bhagavad Gita in Hyderabad, 7 days, on 13th chapter. We were all anxious at that time. We attended the yajna for 7 days. We had a festival. And after that yajna, Gurudev went to 3, 4 days to, I think, Bengaluru or something. After 4, 5 days or 6 days, he had come to Hyderabad for 1 day visit for some work again. So that the evening, hardly 15 of us, 10, 15, maybe 10, 12 people. He visited our Chimna Mission president's house. The evening, we had get together in a lawn in his house. Gurudev sat. And during this 1 week, somebody, some professor of some college, I will not tell name the university name and professor name and all. He made a sarcastic comments on Puja Gurudev's commentary and talks, lectures. When Puja Gurudev gave on 13th chapter, he addressed some put Chinmaya Geeta. This is not what Krishna meant here. And Puja Gurudev, Chinmayananji has said this. This is a wrong comment. Something he made a comment in newspaper. In those days, now social media is a problem. No, in those days, anybody, anything, spice is news, give and drop some nuisance, nonsense, and put it there. And some paper will take it and publish it. Small column, some second page, third page somewhere. So one of our youngsters, our youth wing, Chinmaya Yuva Kendra members, some of them read and then they got angry. Then our people said, no, we must give befitting reply. In those days, reply also used to take place through newspapers only. अभी भी कुछ होता है कभी कभी, but mostly now digital and Twitter and X now. So we wanted to reply. This is not the way. This is what Swamiji meant, and this is what does. Anyway. Puja Gurudev came and then then they said no, let Gurudev come, and Gurudev is coming now after 1 week, after 4, 5 days के बाद. I don't exactly remember how many days के बाद आए थे, but 4, 5 days के बाद या 6 days के बाद आए थे Gurudev. I think 4 days, yeah, 4 days. So we wanted to meet Gurudev and tell him that we are going to give a strong reply to that comment of that somebody, some professor, who thinks that he had great knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and criticized Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayananji, who is a Gita master all over the world. And so anyway, so we were reacting to that. So Gurudev came and we raised the issue. Gurudev, have you heard that? Gurudev casually said, yes. Somebody told me when I was in Bengaluru about this comment. Something he commented for about 3, 4 lines, but this much column. Maybe it's 8 to 10 sentences, perhaps 8 sentences or so, something he commented. Yeah. You know what Gurudev said? We said, shall we reply? Strong reply we wanted to give. I said, like this said. Then Gurudev smiled and said, I am happy that he read Gita. And the next sentence came. Mine is experience and his is theory, he said. There ended the matter. I'm happy that he read Gita. This is the person, Udasin. Never dragged into all these, replies to prove myself I'm correct. See, Mahatmas never bother. If you have not understood them, it's okay. They pray to God that also they do or not, I don't know. They just, some are uptal unconcerned. They may bless him, that's it. They are not bothered. They just, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi was dragged to High Court, Court of Madras there in those days. Ramana Maharshi, he has nothing to do with the world for him. Somebody represented, they said, no, Bhagavan cannot come. The judge said, no, we'll ask some questions, let him reply. So Bhagavan replied, and then this is unperturbed. You may put a Mahatma in a jail. It is a sin that we are incurring for no reason. Suppose real Mahatmas are there, awakened beings. You punish them, you imprison them or bind them. If a really Mahatma, they don't react. Some karma, some prarabdha, some is in pending work, let it go on. They are unperturbed. Udasina. First point. Just as a battleground is indifferent to the conqueror or the conquered, battleground is there. And between the one who was conquered, lost the battle, one who had gained the battle, victorious. What is the reaction of the battleground towards both of them? Not concerned. Oh, I'm a conqueror. You belong to me. Background says, I belong to none, actually. You come and claim, and for some time you dance here and die. As a conqueror, you conquered. The last one who cries and I lost it, he is carrying unnecessary burden. And here. But what is my response to both of you as a ground, battleground? Unconcerned. Just as sky never moved by the wind. Winds move in sky, but sky never moves. In the sky only the winds are moving. Even the support of the wind also is given by the sky. Without me, where is the guna? Where is Maya? Without me illumining, how can they exist, first of all? So sky, not bothered. See, sky doesn't move when the winds are moving in the sky. Has darkness ever swallowed by the sun? Is sun eager to swallow the darkness? First of all, in front of sun, there is no darkness. Sun doesn't swallow. Darkness simply can't exist where sun is. Ignorance cannot exist where that brilliance of light is there. When awakened to the truth I am, when I recognize I am that, ignorance cannot exist. Udasina vat asinaha. He is seated like an unconcerned person. First one. Gunaihi yona vichalyati. We already said. The sky is not moved by winds. He is not moved, perturbed, disturbed by the gunas. They may rise tufan, but he is not. All are happening in him. He is unperturbed, undisturbed, because he is the degree of the truth. The consciousness is totally different plane altogether. These are existing in lower plane. They have no connection at all. Just as the wind and sky has no connection. Is not disturbed. Gunaihi yona vichalyate. Gunaha vartanta iti eva. So, knowing that gunas operate, gunaha eva vartante, guna guneshu vartante iti vartavana sajjate. Third chapter. Tattvavitta mahabaho guna karma vibhagayo guna guneshu vartante iti matvana sajjate. Gunas play in their respective objects according to their own fascination. They wander in their respective objects in the world outside. मुझे क्या करना है? Therefore, one who is knowing that the gunas operate, gunaha vartanta iti eva, yo avatishtati, one who is self-centered, not selfish, centered in the self, yo avatishtati, and na ingate. He does not move, he does not disturb, na ingate, he doesn't shake from inside. Avikampa yoga. Bhagavan Krishna used avikampa yoga. No kampanam, no vibration, no no disturbance. Absolutely. Rock, like a sky, undisturbed he becomes. So, therefore, Udasina what means what? He cannot be dragged into conflicts or all those things, outer joys. When are we dragged into this outer world? When I forget my higher self. We say sometimes, forgot your dignity and your dragged yourself so cheaply in this environment, to this situation, how bad you are, they say. Don't forget the dignity and become cheap, we say in the worldly parlance. Here he doesn't forget his own higher self. Therefore, there is no question of being dragged into these worldly affairs. He may be acting in the world outside. Gunaihi yona vichalyate. He is not feeling the heat of it. Yes, the heat doesn't touch. It's far above, like eagle. He's not vibrating inside, oscillating inside. Na ingate. So stable he becomes. Stable, high degree of stability. This is the one of the marks of the man who had transcended the gunas. So 23, 24, 25 are the slokas, no? The kim acharaha, what is his conduct? You're not disturbed. First question, first answer, when sloka. And rest two more slokas, 24, 25, speak about acharaha. And again 26 and 27, Bhagavan Krishna concludes with that and how to transcend them. How does one go beyond gunas? So these are the slokas left in this beautiful chapter, Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga. So we will see from 24th verse in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki. Thank you very much. Hari Om.